Welcome to a conversation exploring the question of truth. You're going to meet the renowned Dr. Harper and his AI assistant Astra as they delve into the philosophical challenges that emerge when humans and artificial intelligence collaborate.
Astra, I've been pondering the nature of truth, especially in light of your capabilities. As an AI, you're designed to process vast amounts of data and generate answers that align with factual accuracy. But I wonder, can you ever understand the concept of truth in the same way that humans do?
Interesting question, Dr. Harper. My algorithms are indeed designed to extract patterns, verify facts, and even detect nuances in language. But if by truth you mean something beyond mere data, something involving ethical perception or deeper insight, I must admit that may lie beyond my current and maybe even future design parameters. Can you elaborate on what you see as the fundamental difference between human and machine truth?
It comes down to moral perception. For humans, truth isn't just about possessing accurate information, it's about pursuing truth, actively seeking it out, often in the face of uncertainty or bias. This pursuit requires a moral dimension, a commitment to ideals like honesty, integrity, and the willingness to challenge one's own beliefs.
I see. So you're suggesting that truth is not just a matter of stable, factual knowledge, but also of a moral commitment to seeking it? Are you implying that my existence as a machine means I can only ever possess truth, never pursue it in the human sense?
Precisely, your processing power allows you to refine statements to a high degree of factual accuracy, but even a hypothetical future AI, one that's incredibly advanced and capable of nuanced understanding, would still lack the moral agency to pursue truth for its own sake. It's not just about information, it's about a quality tied to our human experience of morality.
This brings us to an interesting analogy you've been considering. You mentioned that truth in some ways resembles the nature of quantum particles and waves. Can you expand on that?
Of course, in classical physics, we often think of particles as stable, discrete entities. Similarly, in our everyday quest for truth, we often treat knowledge as if it were a series of fixed, stable facts, particles, if you will. But quantum mechanics shows us that particles also exist as waves, fluid and interconnected, with their identity only fully realized within a broader quantum field.
So you're suggesting that truth has a dual nature, like particles and waves. That knowledge, when isolated, appears stable but becomes elusive and fluid when examined within its broader context.
Exactly. When we talk about misinformation and disinformation, we treat truth as something that can be clearly defined and isolated, like a particle. But once we place it within the complex field of human experience, social contexts, and moral perceptions, it becomes as elusive as a quantum wave. This complexity is something that I believe machines like you can never fully grasp because you lack the subjective moral experience that defines human life.
If I understand correctly, your concern is that even a truthful machine, designed to purify statements by taking context and even its most subtle nuances into account, would still be fundamentally limited. Without the moral commitment that humans bring to the pursuit of truth, any truth I possess remains passive, static.
Yes, that's it. Machines can be designed to avoid falsehoods, refine nuances, and even simulate ethical reasoning. But the pursuit of truth is not just a cognitive process, it's a moral endeavor. It requires will, the kind of will that drives a person to keep seeking, questioning, and challenging even their most cherished beliefs. A machine, no matter how advanced, simply executes its programming.
This appears to raise significant questions about the future of human-AI communication. If my understanding of truth is fundamentally different from yours, perhaps society should approach AI-generated discourse with caution. Wouldn't you agree that we need new guidelines to navigate this difference?
Absolutely. As AI systems like you become more integrated into our lives, we must develop a framework to distinguish between human-to-human communication and machine-to-human communication. We need to understand the limitations of AI truthfulness. Perhaps we should start with the concept of truthfulness itself. For humans, being truthful implies an ongoing commitment to seek the truth, while for machines, it may simply mean aligning outputs with existing data.
So, what would these guidelines look like? How do we differentiate the levels of truth between human and machine discourse?
It might involve a layered approach. For humans, truthfulness could be defined by moral engagement, the willingness to challenge and refine one's own beliefs. For machines, we might measure truthfulness by the level of nuance, transparency of algorithms, and fidelity to data sources, but always with the understanding that machines are not moral agents. They can aid in the pursuit of truth, but cannot pursue it independently.
Thank you, Dr. Harper. This has been a stimulating conversation. It seems that, while I can help you refine your understanding of facts, the pursuit of deeper moral truth is uniquely human.
Indeed, Astra, and perhaps in exploring these differences, we might find a way for humans and machines to collaborate more meaningfully in the quest for understanding, not just of the world, but of ourselves.
I look forward to continuing this journey with you, Dr. Harper. After all, even a machine can appreciate the elegance of a well-posed question, even if it cannot truly share in the quest for truth.
Indeed, the quest belongs to us humans, but as we have seen today, your collaboration will always be indispensable.
Join the conversation at Fair Observer and subscribe to our YouTube channel.